Hello twin flames and welcome to this video. So this video is about twin flames and trauma. Trauma in the body caused by trauma in the mind. Now, if you've been experiencing any physical symptoms lately, and I know we all go through Ascension, but anything really strong and excruciating like back pain, could be lower back, middle back, upper back, neck pain, but especially in the shoulders and in the arms, it's connected with trauma release. Now, I'm talking about this not only collectively because we are going through Ascension and we're preparing for the next stage and we're getting ready for what's to come, but I'm talking about your personal journey too. Things you go through in your life that may leave an emotional footprint in your body that may come out at a later time. Things that we go through that can feel like pain, emotional trauma that gets stuck in the body to be released at the right time. But also because you are a twin flame and you and your twin flame are one, so you're also connecting with what your twin is feeling and what they are experiencing and what emotional things they are releasing too. And you're also a light worker, so you're connected with collective energy and the vibrational footprint of all. So this is about understanding that there's a big shift occurring right now. So again, it doesn't matter how long you've been classing yourself as a twin flame or on this twin flame journey for, whether you're new to the journey as in since 2020 or prior to that. You know, if you're in the energy where you're thinking, oh, this is all exciting and new, or you're thinking this has gone on too long, what do I do? It's really a time of real radical, rapid change. And when we moved into 2023, the water rabbit came in at the end of January with a whole fresh approach and new energy. And I've been talking about this water rabbit again, whether you believe in the Chinese zodiac or you don't pay much attention to it, it's created a doorway. And the doorway is towards all the magic and all the blessings and all the love and all the light and all the joy that God has planned for you in your life. But to get there, we have to release the old. We have to release the pain and the struggle around the past. We have to forgive ourselves. We have to forgive our twin flame. We have to forgive our situation and let go of the kind of old blueprint that's been around for so long. And I spoke about how if we're in situations that don't serve us, whether it's a karmic relationship, maybe you're connecting with your twin being in that energy, or it's a job that just doesn't serve you anymore, or you're in a physical pain cycle and you know you want to be free of that. It's about saying to the things you no longer need, that you no longer are resonating with, I'm done with you. I'm done with it. I'm done with this situation, this feeling, this pain. I'm done with it. It's time to heal. So the water rabbit is opening up this doorway. So if we're continuing to carry around things of a lower vibration, things that don't serve us, things that we struggle with, if we're continuing to carry those around past February, which is we're in the middle of March now, we're going to find it very difficult and painful, and we're going to experience a big trauma release. Now, what does that mean? It means that whenever you need to heal and forgive, you're going to get to a point with it where you are done with it. You don't want to carry it around anymore. Now, divine feminines and divine masculines are all going through this. And you're also feeling this collectively coming through from people still living in the matrix world. You know, things are starting to make more sense in a spiritual way and less sense in a physical way. So people are questioning their lives right now. Things are changing. This all began in 2020 with the pandemic because it made people experience things they hadn't felt before and come to terms with things that have been pushed down. For example, back then, there was lockdowns and restrictions, so we had to really spend time with people we may not want to spend time with. And that may mean a relationship. You know, there was a lot of relationship breakdowns around that time, or a lot of things coming to light about relationships because we weren't going to work, we weren't going out in the world, so we had to remain stuck with people. We may try and escape sometimes, or we may be realizing at that time that we want to be with other people that we can't be with. So again, this is very much connected with the craving of each other and the divine feminine, divine masculine being guided back together. Now, when you go through Ascension, which is really about your body preparing or your body upgrading, ready for the next chapter in your life to house your soul and spirit in a more awakened state. That's really what Ascension is. When we go through that, we go through severe symptoms. Now, put that on top of emotional trauma release, which is what I'm really being guided to share with you all today. Not only because I know you're going through it, because I feel it on a collective level, but because I'm also experiencing it in my own personal journey, and it's very potent right now. It's about releasing anything that's causing struggle or a separation or a block or a delay to anything the universe wants to give to you. So for a lot of you right now, you are in separation from your twin. So there seems to be a delay or a block energetically or physically, like a situation in the way, a karmic partner, etc., that seems to be stopping you from being together. So it feels frozen. It feels stuck. It feels like there's a stagnancy. And that can cause severe pain in the body. So we're saying, I'm done with that now. I'm done with these blocks, delays, the things that seem to be stuck. Could be to do with your own personal journey. Maybe you've got goals, things you want to achieve, ambitions, and they feel stuck, like they're not progressing, and you don't know why. So it feels like you're frozen in time. So when we go through situations where we feel frozen in time, that's going to come into our physical self. So you may experience things like frozen shoulder, okay, which can affect the shoulders, the arms. It can affect mobility, walking around. Maybe you're having issues with the legs or the joints. You're having these pains where you feel stuck. You feel you can't move forward. Physically, it's affecting you in that way. Or you may be experiencing headaches or head pressure because the struggle is so severe in the mind, you can't see a way out of your situation, or you don't know what way to turn or what to do. So again, it feels very stuck. So we can get stagnant energy in the head, in the crown chakra, connected with headaches or pressure that feels that way. So it can be very, very painful. So the reason why things are manifesting so severely in the body right now are because we are starting to let go. We're doing more meditation, more affirmations, more self-work, observing ourselves, our thoughts, our situation, our feelings. This is both masculine and feminine. And the masculines right now are becoming a lot more in tune. That means they're more aware of what's going on around them in their environment, in their body. So they're feeling things on a much deeper level too. So they are starting to bring awareness in to what needs to change. So they are becoming more aware of things going on emotionally, which is bringing those things up to the surface physically. So I'm really feeling the releasing of trauma right now. And I feel this has been coming in since February, but you may have started experiencing it very powerfully over the weekend, Thursday, Friday, in real time. And this is going to be a timeless video anyway. So when you're guided to this video, it will be meant for you. So you're going to receive what you need from it in the moment. But if you're receiving this moment today, as I record this in real time, this is because you're experiencing a deep emotional release. So you're releasing your body and mind and emotions from trauma that may have built up over years and years. So these could even be things being healed right now from childhood, previous lifetimes, yes, but more the previous person you were. So in other words, childhood wounds, deep triggers, abandonment issues. These things can get triggered too by the smallest thing or the most unrelated thing, like you watch a TV program or a film and something gets triggered deep within you and it brings up emotion. So it may start off where you are feeling a lot of feelings. You may be up and down, high and lows. You may be crying. You may be feeling all these feelings like regret, deep pain, remorse, guilt, over all kinds of things, not just connected with the twin flame journey. Could be connected with the death of a loved one. It could be connected with feeling like you haven't been there enough for your children, or you haven't been there enough for yourself, or you've neglected yourself in some way. So you've been going through a shift in perception. So you've been asking and praying for help, sometimes without even knowing that you've been doing it. And all these emotions, repressed feelings, emotions are coming up for healing. So you've been feeling all these things. You may have been sobbing, releasing, crying, healing, talking to yourself. Maybe you've been talking to a therapist or a friend, or you've been writing or journaling down your feelings. And then all of a sudden, boom, something's affecting you in a physical way. There's severe excruciating pain coming up into your awareness physically. So you may be experiencing something, as I said, in the shoulder, in the arm, in the body, in the self, in your hands, in your feet, your legs, wherever it is. It can be any area. If something's coming out of you physically, right now it's connected with trauma release, wounds being healed. And the reason it's coming into the physical body is because you're about to let it go and say, I'm done. I'm done with you. You've got to a point in your personal journey, in your twin flame journey, where you're saying enough's enough. Okay, I'm done with this right now. I'm done. Maybe you've been going through a situation with your twin where you've just got to the point in your journey where you're saying, I'm done. I'm done with this. I need to move on. I've had enough of the situation, the struggle, the pain, the trauma, the drama. I'm just done with it now. So everything is now coming up to the surface for healing. And it's never been as potent as it is right now. It's coming up for real physical release that's going to free you up for the future. So the pain is going to serve you. It's going to be painful because pain is painful. Otherwise it wouldn't be called pain. But once it's healed and released, you'll feel free from it. So I know some of you are going through this right now. Some of you may not be feeling this yet. Okay, because it's quite a fresh energy that I've been experiencing personally since Thursday. Okay, and for me what happened was, on Thursday, I watched a film on Netflix. It was just a normal film. It was called Fall. Maybe you've watched it. And it's about two women. Okay, one of them actually loses a husband in a tragic falling accident. The climbers, and he falls off a rock face and dies. And then a year later, a friend comes to her and says, we're going to climb up this kind of radio tower. It's big, it's huge. It's really tall. And, they climb up this tower and they get to the top of the tower, which is, it's in the clouds. It's really high. And the ladder breaks and they're stuck on top of this tower. And, me and my Divine Masculine George, we watched this on Thursday night. And I knew I was going through something when I was watching it because it was bringing up all kinds of emotions and feelings. And when we watch a film, it can trigger certain things. If you experience something, it may remind you of your twin or could remind you of your journey, either in a good way or a bad way. But when something moves you in such a way, it can bring up an emotional release. And I feel that's what happened when I was watching this Fall. Because I don't like heights, and it clearly triggered something deep within me, because within an hour of watching that film, I started feeling all kinds of feelings around my mum's death. Okay, connected with guilt and feeling like I wasn't there enough, even though I was. And they're giving me fear being released through the ego there, through burpee energy. That's what we release to when the solar plexus is pushing things out. And I really feel like I was releasing some pain, guilt, and I was sobbing, crying, saying, please forgive me. I need to forgive myself. I'm sorry. And I was experiencing all these things. And you may be resonating with this in some form of other way. You may have been going through this over the weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, connected with releasing something about your own journey, something maybe from the past, or even where you are right now in your situation. And you release it. It's like you're saying to this deep repressed pain, I'm done with it. And then on Friday, I woke up with frozen shoulder. And I've also been experiencing flu-like symptoms, which I've been talking about on the channel, because I've been experiencing a lot of the masculine's energies, what they've been going through and releasing, especially when I'm connecting phlegm in the throat. They're giving me that very powerfully right now, releasing toxins, again, repressed, the body changing, DNA upgrades. So there's been a lot of releasing going on, and this is kind of like this frozen shoulder came in. I woke up on Friday, I couldn't move my arm at all. I couldn't move this arm. It was very excruciating pain. And luckily for me, I pre-record videos. So, I'm pre-recorded up to Tuesday on the channel, but this is Sunday in real time. So I thought I've got to jump on today and talk about this, because usually when I talk about it, it will lift. Okay, it will go. The angels will take it away. There's usually a reason why I'm experiencing it physically, so I can talk about it. And I know for a while that I've been experiencing shoulder issues within my own self, because I've been connecting with a lot of other people's energies, doing personal readings. When I do readings for the Ascension angels and the interactive videos for angel warriors, I'm taking on other people's energies. So, sometimes we need to shield ourselves better. And if you're a light worker, you may be connecting with that. If you've been experiencing anything physically lately, maybe you need to be shielding yourself better. But I woke up and I couldn't move my arm, and I knew it was connected with a trauma release. And I've really had to get on my own hands and knees over the weekend to deal with this and to understand it, so I can do this video today and talk about it, because I haven't known how I was going to cope. With this pain, it was even hard for me to, lift my arm. I haven't been able to put a bra on by myself or lift my arm. It's been very painful. It's gradually been getting better, and I've been working through it. But the pain has been really severe, like throbbing pain, excruciating pain. And I'm sure some of you are watching this and you've experienced this yourself, frozen shoulder, or you've worked through these things. But I always connect with the angels because they're my guides. Okay, and they are really my physical therapy team, doctors, healers, counselors. So I trust them, and I trust in what they say. So, before you get in the comments and tell me to do this and that and put heat on it and whatever, okay, I want you to know that I'm already in control of what's going on, because I've had to get on my hands and knees and pray to God about this, because it's not just what I'm experiencing in my own journey, releasing things connected with my mom. It's what I'm feeling everyone else is connecting with. I feel someone out there, because I'm connecting with these energies, is healing a release around an age gap. And I feel that because I'm in an age gap connection. So you may be releasing fears that your masculine is going to abandon you or be with someone younger, or not going to be able to put up with you if you're going through perimenopause, or all these kinds of things. And I've been feeling that very powerfully. So there could also be other things you've been releasing. Issues over the karmic situation, not feeling good enough. Things that are being triggered in you right now to bring up a release. So you say, I'm done with the emotional pain. I'm done with the struggle. I want to free it up now. I want to heal it once and for all, so I can A, achieve union, B, have a better life, and C, feel better. Enjoy life again. See life as a big adventure. Trust myself. Go places. Do things. Feel joy. That's what you've come here to do. So you're saying, I'm done with this, whether you're aware you're saying that or it's happening in your subconscious, and your emotions and your body are working together to bring it up to the surface. A lot like when things have come out into the open. We may have been thinking a thought for a long, long time, but eventually we'll have to express it and bring it up into the open. And that's really where the masculines are right now. They've been having all these feelings about you for a long, long time, but they haven't been able to express them or bring them up into the open in the right way. And now they're getting ready to do that. So things are coming up to the surface. So things that have been in the body for a while are coming up to the surface for healing. So this is why you may be experiencing it as a headache or severe back pain, which could be connected with finances. If you've been worrying about money for a long, long time, and then you start getting severe back pain, it's because you're saying, I'm done with the worry. I need to sort it out. I need to come up with a plan, a solution to heal it and release it and be free. And it'll surface as back pain, so you can deal with it head on. So this is why you may have been experiencing frozen shoulder, or, pains in the shoulders or pains in the legs, because you're bringing it up to the surface for healing. And the angels are telling me, if it's throbbing, if you're getting throbbing with it, it's because it's got that heartbeat, which means it's connected with your heart, it's connected with emotions, it's connected with feelings, and it's being released. A lot like when you get a cut. When you first cut your finger, for example, if you cut your finger really bad, it will throb. You know it does. It throbs because you feel the heartbeat. And then as it starts to heal, you go through a release, so it will start itching and you just know it's healing. And the throbbing is going to be a symbol of the healing and the beginning of the release. So this is what's going on, guys. If you're experiencing excruciating pain, I put a post on yesterday and I said, if you're experiencing these pains and it's excruciating pain, it's come on overnight, you haven't hurt yourself, you don't know what's going on, you're a little bit afraid, maybe you've been in the ER or the doctors, or you don't know how to cope. First of all, understand that you've energetically said, whether it's emotionally, whether it's subconsciously, consciously, you've said to something you're going through, I'm done with this. And your body and your emotions and your kind of angels and your guides and your higher self, it's all working together to bring things up to the surface for release. So you've been going through a trauma release, which is why you're experiencing on the surface level now, the body, this physical pain. Because once that's healed, you're releasing it. You're going to feel like you're stepping out of your body and becoming someone new. You're going to feel like you're shedding a skin. So this pain you're experiencing right now, and I keep going to the shoulder because that's where I'm experiencing right now, shoulder and arm. Okay, but wherever it's radiating in you, the pain, it's connected with shedding of the skin. So it's like a snake, when it sheds its skin, it's reborn. So you're going to be reborn. They're showing me in my mind like a person emerging. Okay, you're emerging, you're stepping into a new way of being. And you're going to release all this pain and struggle. So you're going to feel like you can finally leave things behind. So if you're thinking of, I don't know how to forgive. You know, I've wanted to forgive for so long, maybe years and years and years. This is the time now. This is a huge time. 2020 to 2024. It's a portal of change. And yes, we may be out of the woods with things like COVID and other things, but now this is the real time where we go through a personal growth system. So it's like your body's going into lockdown so it can release. Okay, so you can face things, because if you've got physical symptoms, you've got to face it. You can't run from it. You can't hide from it. You've got to face it head on. And you've got to talk to your body and listen to it and say, okay, what's going on? You know, I had this last night. You know, last night, in the middle of the night, I was struggling to sleep with it. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I sat up in bed and I said, right, enough's enough. To my body, you know, I was throbbing pain, I couldn't lie properly. I said, enough's enough, I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior, I can deal with this. I called on Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, Jesus, my mum, to give me the strength I needed to understand and deal with this. And this big message was coming through. You need to be talking about it, Liz. You need to be getting this out on camera. You need to tell people what's going on, because I know so many of you are going through this too. And it's going to feel heightened if you're going through a change of life, such as menopause, perimenopause. It's going to be heightened by the ups and downs of the hormones. So you're going to feel it. So I'm going to be talking about this with Ascension angels as well, because we talk about menopause and things there. But it's connected with everything. So your body right now is going through a trauma release to prepare you for the next stage of your journey, whether that's reunion after a long separation, or coming into union after all these years, or realizing certain things, or manifesting goals, preparing for the next steps, getting ready for your dream, whatever that dream is. Because some of you may be watching this like me, you may be in union, but you may be manifesting certain things. You know, for me, for example, you know, I'm going to be speaking in London next year. So I know I'm going through a big upgrade to prepare for that. And these are things that have to come out. We have to forgive ourselves for the past and heal. It's not your fault. You know, if you're blaming yourself for the fact that you're in separation, it's not your fault. If you're blaming yourself for a death of a loved one, it's not your fault. It's God's plan. This is all in God's plan to grow us, to transform us, to heal us, to evolve us, to make us who we are. And that's what we've come here to do. Okay, so first of all, understand you are safe, you are loved, protected. God is with you, Jesus is with you, the whole of the angels are with you. You are not going through this on your own. Acceptance is the first step to healing it. And let your body run through what's going on. You know, I picked up my Archangel Raphael card yesterday. And I said, please tell me what to do. What do I do? How can I handle this? And the card that came out was, let it work through naturally. Okay? It's got to happen naturally. Your body has to work through it. It will go through. It will heal. So you have to just let it run its course. Let it run its course. It's come up to the surface now. Be gentle with yourself, kind to yourself. Give yourself what you need, like water, rest, sleep, better food, less chemicals, toxins. Now's the time. Maybe talk to somebody, write your feelings down. If you can't write, say if your arm's hurting that badly, you can't write, you can talk into your notes. Your voice recorder on your phone. You can get your feelings out. This is what you need to do. So I want to bring in the Archangel Raphael Oracle of Healing right now. So whatever you're going through in your body, wherever it's affecting you, if you're going through any form of physical pain right now, it's a form of trauma release. If you've been doing a deep cleansing, healing, crying, even if you felt really, really good, and then something's happened physically and it's knocked you off your feet and you're like, what's going on? Maybe you've been on your hands and knees praying for an answer, and this video is the answer. This is saying to you, you're on the right track now to feel better. This is a step to recovery. And if you're in the energy where you are feeling things and crying, and then you go into a body system trauma release, such as all this pain, this is to let you know why. So Archangel Raphael, thank you. Thank you for giving us all the strength that we need, the clarity, the compassion, the understanding to deal with what we are going through. And what do we need to know about these physical things we are experiencing right now? How can we heal? What do we need to know? So the first card we've got coming up is look at your life. Now this really resonates because this is why we experience these things. So we're looking at our life. The masculines have been doing this, the feminines have been doing this. So looking at your life, you've been examining it from top to toe. You've been looking at the things you don't like and vowing, making an oath, a promise to change those things. Making an oath with yourself. I am changing. I am moving forward. I am in control of my life. And also most of this as well is about releasing control, surrender, having faith in God, trusting, believing. When we go through physical things, we learn how to trust in God, to know that we'll be okay regardless of what's happening. And even if you go and see a doctor about it, you may not get the answers you need. They may say it's not a physical thing, there's nothing wrong with you. You may have tests, they all come back okay, because it's a symptom of releasing. It's a part of ascension. It's the way we grow. And when we're spiritual, we start understanding these things. People in the medical profession might think you're loopy. Your friends and family plugged into the matrix may think you're loopy, but you know the truth. And that's why I've had to get on my hands and knees to pray, because I needed to connect with myself, with God, with the angels, to give me these answers. They're not going to come when you are talking to people trapped in the matrix or people who don't get it. You have to reconnect with yourself and source, which is what it's all about. And that's what we've all been doing lately, connecting with self and source. So the answer is look at your life. So in other words, the reason why you've got shoulder pain or the reason why you've got eye pain or headaches or anything that's going on right now, or you're experiencing it connected with your twin or the collective energy, is because people, you, them, others, are looking at their life and thinking, right, I'm making a vow, a commitment to myself to heal what needs to change. We've got love, forgive yourself. It's also because we've been doing lots of forgiveness work. Forgiveness work around love. Forgiving our twin flame, forgiving ourselves. Because most of the time it's about self-forgiveness. We feel guilty because we've allowed ourselves to be treated that way. We feel vulnerable because we've allowed our twin to hurt us that way. But nothing and no one can affect us or hurt us without our own say-so, without our own permission. So we have to first be very honest with ourselves and realise that, and then forgive ourselves. I'm sorry I allowed that to happen to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I've been holding on to this pain. I forgive myself. I allow myself to be forgiven in all directions of time. It starts with me. And this is what you've been saying to yourself, whether it's been consciously or subconsciously. There's been lots of connecting in dreams right now. And these dreams have been astral visits and astral healings, where this has all been coming up too. So forgive the self. When we forgive ourselves, we give ourselves love. We give ourselves what we need. So we're allowing ourselves to release the feelings into our body to be healed on the surface. Answer, talk to your body. So the answer is to talk to your body. Why? What can I do for you? Why are you feeling this way? I'm so sorry you're hurting. What can I do for you? Talk to the part of your body that's affected. It may need more than a paracetamol. Having a paracetamol or, some kind of antibiotic, or if these are things you need to do, follow your guidance, do what you feel is right. But it's about getting to the root of the problem, the cause. And that's emotional trauma, a trauma release. Things that you need to heal that are deep-rooted. If you've been holding on to a lot of resentment around your twin or towards their karmic partner, of course it's going to affect you. The late great Wayne Dyer said, when you hold on to pain, resentment, things that you need to forgive, it's like a hot coal burning into you. It's not affecting the other person, it's affecting you. And over time, it will get hotter and hotter, and it will go into your body, and it will cause poison, toxins. It can bring up issues with the cells. It can bring in disease like cancer and other things. And these are things that your higher self knows it doesn't want. And your angels don't want you to have to experience. So it's coming out now in another way. So talk to your body and say to yourself, what do I need? Look at your life. It may be you're doing too much. You're trying too hard. You're overgiving. You're overcompensating. And you have to give back to you. Look at this treatment, cut out toxins. So the treatment is cut out toxins, things that are toxic to you, things that feel toxic to you, that are hurting your heart. And to relax, because there's nothing to worry about. This will pass through your system naturally. It may be excruciating right now, but it will feel a release. You'll feel a release. So relax. Spend moderate time in the sun to replenish vitamin D. So going out in nature will be really helpful. And I know it's been really cold in a lot of places. And cold is also connected with the frozen energy. They give me a block in the throat there, a feeling of release. We've been experiencing snow. It's nice today. All the snow's cleared up. It's all gone. But we've been experiencing very cold weather and snow that comes and goes quickly. And it's the same with these symptoms. They're going to come. They're going to go quickly. So let go. Before you're on the internet, especially been researching frozen shoulder. And this is why I've really had to go on my hands and knees to God and pray, because the first thing we do is go on our phone or our tablet or our computer and we start researching symptoms. And it can bring up fear. It's all fear-based energies. Fear is a false experience appearing to be real. So you go on your search. It can last 8 to 10 months, 2 years. And those are the things I've been seeing. I'm thinking, what? No, I know that's not right for me. So I've had to go on my hands and knees, and the angel saying, this will pass through your body. Give me fear. Don't allow fear to control you. The pain will bring up, fear, because you'll start panicking, thinking, fear coming up there. I feel someone out there's releasing fear, thinking, what is it? The pain can make you feel sick, physically unwell. It can make you feel like you don't want to eat food. It can make you feel vomiting. It make you feel all these things, but it will pass through your system. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a medical professional at all, okay? So if you feel you want to go to a doctor, if you want to get help, do what you feel guided to do. Use your own discernment. Please do that. But if you go and see a doctor, you can't get answers. If they're not giving you what you need. If you feel like it's not helping. If you feel like, I don't get it, there's no physical cause. Why have I got this pain? What's going on? It is connected with a trauma release, and it will pass through with time. So things are coming up to the surface for healing. So be very gentle with yourself. Take your time, relax, breathe, and know that you are safe. So I'm going to bring in some other cards just to clarify things with this. And I know so many of you need to hear this today. So I'm going to start with a message from Jesus. So Jesus saying to you, be not afraid, only believe. So he's saying whenever you're going through, don't be afraid, Believe instead. Believe in your own power. Believe in your strength, who you are, that you can handle this. And my Father gives you the true bread from heaven. So in other words, all the answers, all the things you need come from you from above. Just like when we're hungry, we eat food. We may eat food but not truly get satisfied sometimes. We get satisfied by God. So in other words, our connection with self and source gives us what we need. It releases any trauma healing. It releases any fears. It releases any blocks and delays, anything that needs to go. So God will give you what you need, the answers that you need. And that may be this video today. What else do we need to know? We've got children. So there could be fears around children, having children. If you've got this, if you're worried about, having children because you may be at a certain time in your life, maybe you're thinking, can I have kids? And you're getting stomach issues. That's why you have to take the pressure off and believe that these things are possible for you. Maybe you've got kids already. They're giving me a block. Maybe your kids are going through something and you're worried about them. And you could be feeling it in the breast area because the breast area is connected with nurturing. Remember, they are growing too. They are healing too. We've also got harmony. So come into harmony with your inner child, with your own self. Find harmony and balance within you to bring harmony and balancing back into the outside of you. We've got watched over. Allow yourself to feel safe and enjoy your life, knowing that heaven is watching over you, your loved ones, you, everyone around you. You are watched over. You are not alone. And joy and mercy. So have mercy on yourself. Forgive yourself. It says, I am kind and thoughtful towards myself and others. And by enjoying this moment, I'm giving thanks to God for my life. So be thankful. Gratitude is another one we can use to turn things around. If we're feeling pain in the physical body, be grateful it's up on the surface now. It's not being held in any longer. It's not being repressed or shoved down or blocked any longer. It's coming up for a healing and emotional release. What does Raphael want to say? Focus on unconditional joy. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me to appreciate everything that makes me happy right now. This could be spending time with animals, going outdoors, doing things you enjoy, and most importantly, connecting with the self through breath work and meditation. There's nothing more healing than that. Okay, calming your mind so you relax and you connect with yourself, so you can talk to your body and listen to it and give it what it needs. Dear Raphael, please meditate with me and guide my mind and body to focus upon peace, health, and wellness. And that's what they want you to focus on right now, so you feel better in this moment and the next. And I'm going to do a message from Archangel Michael. Decide to be happy now. Thank you for helping me open my heart to happiness, joy, and bliss. I am now willing to see all of the goodness in my life. And this is what's happening. Joy, happiness, bliss. We are learning now to take back our power so we can give back to ourselves. And that doesn't mean reaching out to your twin or needing things from them. It's about giving to yourself what you need. Saying to the angels, I'm done with this. I'm done with the struggle, the pain, the resentment, the feeling like I'm not enough, wanting things from them. I'm done with this. And your body is saying, thank you. Finally, or your emotions are saying, thank you. Finally, we can bring this up to the surface for healing, so you can release it once and for all and feel free. And that's what's going on. So if you've been struggling with pain, awkward pain, excruciating pain, emotional pain, and then it's manifesting the body overnight, you're thinking, what's going on? Could be cold feelings, frozen, feeling like you're aching, you can't move, you're struggling with something. Whether it's in the shoulders, the arms, the legs, the knees, the neck, the head, wherever it is in your body, it's a release. It's a release to feel at peace and to be free. I hope this helps. Sending you so much love. You're not alone. The angels are with you. Call on them to get through it your way. And I'll see you soon.